Hello students and welcome back to bankexamstudy.com. My name is Ramandeep Singh and today we are going to do an important session that is regarding the virtual currencies, right? So for RBI grade B ESI section, today we are doing a 10 marker question, right? So in the 10 marker question, you need to write 400 words. How you should frame the essay, that's what we are going to discuss today. Students, when the budget 2022 was released, right? Cryptocurrencies were trending on the Twitter because of the tax laws, right? 30% tax was imposed, 1% TDS was imposed, right? So it is important. Even on the next day's newspaper, everybody was talking about cryptocurrencies. It is important. We have to do this, right? Please read the question properly, read the topic properly, highlight the challenges from virtual currencies. This is the first part of the topic and how the government is tackling these challenges. So what are the various challenges, right? This is the first part. You can use a mind map, right? Just develop 2 or 3 ideas. That is more than sufficient. I have seen students, they are developing like they write 3, 4, 5 ideas, but they do not develop those ideas. You need to explain those ideas, develop those ideas. How to do that? I'll explain that in the next slides. And how the government is tackling. If instead of governments was mentioned, governments was mentioned, then we have to write it as a global issue, right? But here, as it is mentioned as government, we hope it is Indian government, right? So how to write your essay? First of all, you need to write the introduction. In the introduction, you need to write what it is, what we are talking about, what it is, what we are talking about. हम बात क्या कर रहे हैं basically. Yeah, and basic introduction about whatever we are going to write. In the paragraph, in the body paragraph 1, we need to explain the various challenges, right? And instead of using firstly, secondly, thirdly, we are going to develop our ideas. Idea development is important. You can't just write, it facilitate hackers. That's it. Okay. The government can't monitor it. It facilitates hackers. You can't just write that. You need to give examples. You need to develop your ideas. In the second body paragraph, you need to give the solutions, like what government is actually doing, how government is tackling the steps taken by government. So it has been taxed by the government, KYC norms are there, right? And then the conclusion. In the conclusion, what is the way forward? You can, give your opinion in the conclusion only. Don't try to give your opinion in the first 3 paragraphs. Okay. Should we move forward? If you feel like there is an error, just let me know. I'll check it. Okay. So let's move forward with the first paragraph. Bank frauds are also big issues. How it affects the banking sector may be an important one. Yes, it is an important topic. In the future, I'll be sharing that topic as well. So how to write an introduction simply? Students, whenever we are writing the introduction, first of all, you need to introduce a topic. Keywords are important. You need to link your ideas. Linking is important. A cryptocurrency is a peer-to-peer digital cash system that uses blockchain technology for financial transactions. What do you mean by cryptocurrency? It is mentioned here, right? You are not supposed to remember this, but just try to understand the way it is written. The peer-to-peer digital cash system, this whole phrase is self-explanatory, right? It is explaining the whole cryptocurrency concept, peer-to-peer digital cash system that use blockchain technology for financial transactions. We should not explain the whole blockchain technology here because it will take a lot of time, right? You don't have that much of time. Cryptocurrencies are not backed by any central government, so it is not a legal tender in India. You can write here, you can write in next paragraphs, it is up to you. It's important, right? In the first paragraph, we have explained the Cryptocurrency concept beautifully, right? Beautifully explained. In cryptocurrency, cryptography is used to secure, verify the transaction. It is also used to control the supply of cryptocurrency. We are further introducing the cryptocurrency concept. That is what it is. We are further introducing it. Important. Okay, that's how you should introduce it. Maybe your English is actually better than me. Maybe if it is not that great, but try to avoid errors. Your writings, whatever you're writing, it should be easy to understand. Don't try to write complicated words which you yourself do not understand, right? That is a common mistake of the students. They are writing the words that they do not understand themselves, right? That is a problem. Developing the body paragraph. So let me hide myself. Despite its popularity, the governments are cracking down on digital currency because it is decentralized. ये decentralized है. That is why the government is unable to monitor it. The government is unable to tax it properly. The people are using it for the illicit activities like terror funding, like Hawala transactions. So that is what we have mentioned, meaning it has no central authority in India. In the way the Indian government holds the authority over Indian rupee, so it is not like Indian rupee. As cryptocurrencies are not monitored by the central governments, it gives rise to money laundering, supports terror funding, online security attacks, etc. Cryptocurrencies are prone to cybersecurity breaches and hacks as well, right? So now we need to develop it. From here on, the bullet should be here. Do not use the bullets in the exam. That I have made the bullet just to explain you the concept, right? Various attacks are common. Even companies, governments are not foolproof to them. Give examples. Swiss blockchain company, it was in the news, $8 million were stolen from their cold wallet. Make use of these keywords. If you know them, that would be very helpful. United States colonial pipeline, it was in the news. The hackers use Bitcoin for the extortion. Okay, the first idea is complete here. This is the first idea. First problem. The second problem is here that it is volatile. Today you have 10 lakh rupee with you, right? So after 6 months, what would be the value of 10 lakh rupees? Even if the value of rupee, fluctuates, it may fluctuate like 3-4%, right? 2%. Do you know how much the Bitcoin can move? I guess in last 1 month it moved 18%. In 1 month. In 1 year it can move like maybe more than 100%. It is possible, right? So it is highly volatile. It is possible that you have like 2000 rupee in your pocket, 2000 worth of Bitcoins in your pocket. You go to a restaurant, right? You eat your food. When you try to pay, the waiter told you that, sir, while you were eating your food, the value of this 2000 rupees now 1400 rupees. So yeah, that is a problem. So it is volatile in nature. Cryptocurrencies are digital assets. They are not backed by any physical commodity like gold or any currency or any government. Their value is completely dependent upon faith. You have faith on Bitcoin. The value today is, let's say, 45 lakh per Bitcoin. You feel like it's worth more. You can buy it for 46 lakh. Okay, that's great. Some other person, he feels like the value is 50 lakh, so he buys for 50 lakh. So until some other person feels like the value is even more, right? The value, it's not worth it. It's not worth 50 lakh. Its value would go up and up. Okay, so that's very I won't say it's a Ponzi scheme. I don't really understand the working of cryptocurrency in depth, right? But it is volatile. It's completely based on faith. Their prices, they are not based on any commodity or currency, and their price follows the laws of demand and supply. So in the absence of regulatory oversight, it is very common that many cryptocurrency exchanges, they are not paying their their customers That's common, right? So there can be market manipulation, regulatory oversight, or SEBI is unable to handle the cryptocurrencies. So this in turn discourages the institutional investors in the market. Thus, cryptocurrencies may be worth a fortune today in the market, but it can be utterly worthless tomorrow. For example, the value of Bitcoin has fallen by 20% in maybe last 1 year. I'm not sure about that. Please check it yourself, the value of Bitcoins and all, because I don't stay updated with that. Okay. Now develop the body paragraph 2. That is the solution. What is the solution that you are having? As per the reports, 6 crore investors are there. 6 crore crypto investors are there in India, and its popularity is growing. So instead of banning the cryptocurrencies, the government is regulating it. So instead of banning the cryptocurrency, the government is trying to regulate it instead of the outright ban. The Indian government imposed 30% tax on any gain from cryptocurrency, and these gains cannot be set off against any losses. So if you are doing, let's say, 3 transaction 1, 2, 3, you made like 50,000 rupee here, you lost, let's say, 30,000 here, and you lost 20,000 here. You need to pay tax on 50,000 rupee. 1% TDS is anyways deducted, but you need to pay tax on 50,000 rupee. While in case if you have invested in stocks, you need to pay zero tax. Okay. In case of stocks or mutual funds, you don't need to pay any tax here. Okay. That can be set off. But in case of cryptocurrencies, that cannot be set off. This is a solution by the government of India. They are charging penal taxes 30%, which is highest, much higher than equity or the debt or anything, right? So conclusion, how to write the conclusion? It is certain that you can also write it like that. In conclusion, that is, also a good strategy. In conclusion, it is certain that cryptocurrencies are here to stay. They are not going anywhere. The country should regulate these transactions in a manner that it permits a reasonable balance between consumer security, transparency, and independence to use new technologies, right? You should not, ban something. I mean, we are living in a democracy. Nowadays, even betting on cricket is actually nowadays kind of legal on in the name of fantasy sports, right? Even fantasy sport is a very important topic for your ESI. In the name of fantasy sports, it is legal now, right? So the government, they need to have a balance. Okay, it is we are a democratic country. It's your right if you want to invest in crypto, but it should be transparent. You should pay your taxes, and it should be secure to the retail investors, right? Or all types of investors. A streamlined tax regime will be helpful in formulation of a clear, constructive, and adaptive regulatory environment for the cryptocurrencies. Adaptive, adaptive. It's a very good word, right? So the regulations should be adaptive according to the changes in technologies, right? That is important. So I hope you like the essay that I have written. So we are doing the RBI Grade B crash course on bankexamstudy.com, in which we are providing 10 full and mock test, descriptive paper evaluation services there, which is part of the course. Detailed notes for ESI, FM, model answers are there. RBI Grade B GK digest, complete coverage of the syllabus is there, complete coverage of current affairs, complete coverage of government schemes, and important topics for descriptive English. It's part of the course, right? List of our successful students in the past. So if there is any doubt in your mind, you can ask your doubts anytime and we are going to answer your doubts. Sir, आपने कोई crypto ले रखा है? Should I disclose it here? Basically यार देखो, I am a teacher, but I am an investor. मैं काफ़ी सारे पैसे इन्वेस्ट करता हूँ. मेरी पर्सनल लाइफ के बारे में ज़्यादा तो यार किसी को कुछ इंटरेस्ट है नहीं है. आई एम नॉट अ बड़ा व्लॉगर मैं नहीं हूँ, या कुछ ऐसा टीचर तो नहीं हूँ. बट आई एम अनमैरिड and I don't have much expenses. I ride a simple bike, bullet, and I don't have that many expenses, right? So whatever I make, whatever the fee that I collect or whatever is there, I invest like 80% of that. From last 7-8 years, I have invested 80%. I invested a lot in HDFC, Cipla, a lot of companies actually, and my portfolio is at a good profit. Cryptocurrencies, I don't really believe in cryptos, but still I have invested some money just for the sake of, everybody is doing, I should do some sort, but okay. That's all, okay. सर अगर हमारी SBI क्लर्क में सिलेक्शन हो जाती है तो समझता है ट्रेनिंग शुरू हो जाना नहीं, that's up to you Vishal. If you want to do that, it's up to you, okay. So that's all for today, students. I hope you like the today's session. If there is any doubt in your mind, please ask your doubts. My WhatsApp number is there. You can ask your doubts anytime and I'm going to answer your doubts all the times.